another target individual who had done research, and the person that put them in the program actually was connected to Arcadis, which is a third-party contractor. They're international in scope, but they do focus on the southern region of America, the regionally in the South, not South America, but the South of America. So you know, if you are like a researcher or anything like that, you know, research Arcadis. You know, they're a third-party contractor doing this. Go to Wikipedia and put in non-lethal weapons, and then you can pull up, you know, the top companies in non-lethal weapons technologies. And my brain is just not working good at all. Oh, I'm gonna drink some Red Bull. Actually, I don't drink Red Bull a lot and stuff. I drink sugary drinks too much, but so don't get on me about drinking Red Bull, because I need some energy. It's like 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. I woke up at midnight, so my sleep schedule is just all off. I think I actually started to have a regular dream last night. Like, I had Dave Case's CD going in my Faraday bunker with my grounding, and I think I started to have a regular dream because it seemed like some things that would happen in my dream, and then it immediately got really weird and started feeling directed. And I know that one way they do that is just they are hooked up. Like, this is, I'm gonna stop saying that. It's been years that I've said I've got to stop saying that this stuff is crazy and just say it, but I keep doing it. So I'm like, I've been conditioned by people who are not going through this to tone down what's actually, like, when I'm speaking about what's happening to me. But there are the Hive team members on shift work. They can connect somehow either with headgear or a chip, you know, a chip that they have maybe to put in their ear, something like that. Their brain waves go through the machine, go through whatever remote platform, and then can go to your brain, can go through this bidirectional stream of energy. So I get a lot when visuals are injected in my head. It's actually somebody on this Hive Mind team who is thinking a thought while I'm thinking a thought, and then injecting what they think. So it's like a battle with my mind all the time, just to keep my own thoughts. And then they're trying to think things similar to what I'm thinking so that it blends in better, like a Trojan horse, and then they can get this bidirectional stream of energy and get my mind and my nervous system more used to the crap that they're injecting in with this bidirectional stream of energy. Brian too also talks about that a lot. I think it's the most important thing, and you know, I've made videos about this, but that brain science from bench to battlefield, if you want to, and I think I've said this before, I say everything a million times because my mind kind of goes in a cycle just around and around. I really can't make a whole bunch of great new creative thoughts like I used to be able to. I'm like, what am I gonna say on the video? I'll just talk about, you know, what's happening to me. But I think everybody kind of knows what this crap does. Yeah, brain science from bench to battlefield. If you want to know the centerpiece for this, it's the centerpiece of targeting. It's why there's so much money involved in this. And it was weird. Well, I'm not going to go into that, but it's the centerpiece of the targeting. You know, that's why there's so much money involved. And then, you know, advancing the weaponry for law enforcement. You know, population reduction is also involved. Insurance scams, you know, all this other crime is angled off of our targeting. But the centerpiece, and why there's so much money involved, and why they're sacrificing our lives and the lives of others around the world, is that brain science from bench to battlefield. It's the neurotechnology. Control with neurotechnology, neurotoxins, nanotechnology, and things like that, so that they can actually, you know, control people. Behavioral control, you know, trauma-based mind control, trauma-based behavioral control. My plug came out. I'm gonna scooch over a second. Excuse me, guys. Ugh. Yeah, I gotta get some better production value and write some stuff down. I just thought this would be over by now. I didn't know this would go on so long. Oh man, that hurts my back so bad. But what was I talking about? I totally forgot. But yeah, so the centerpiece for this and why there's so much money in it, and I've said this a million times. I'm just gonna take this tape off the back of my phone because it keeps moving forward. I just always forget to re-put it on there. Oh god, it's electrical tape. It puts all this black goo, not any kind of black goo that's like nanotechnology, but just a black sticky thing on my phone. It's a pretty expensive phone. It's like, I don't know how much it was. Yeah, but if you hear anybody, if you hear TIs, if you hear a target individual going, I just don't understand how anybody could do this, you know, please direct them to Brain Science from Bench to Battlefield, and let them know about the neurotechnology, the neuroscience, weaponized neuroscience. That's like the centerpiece, and then there's tons of other stuff. There's external hits because they're actually advancing this weaponry, you know, for law enforcement all over the world. Each military-industrial complex of whatever country is you know, researching with this is advancing the weaponry for their law enforcement in that country. Then population reduction, you know, feeding the surveillance state with people that they can just crap on and do community policing on. So there's a constant funnel of money to DHS fusion centers and you know, InfraGard and things like those. But that's the centerpiece. I mean, I'm 100% sure that the centerpiece of why they are doing this and putting so much money into it is the neurotechnology and weaponized neuroscience. And then all these other things are kind of around that. And I know I've said that a million times, but I kind of do want to say it a million times so that people pick that up. And then I was going to say something else that was kind of important, but I completely forgot it because my brain doesn't work, because these people have been sending electromagnetic pulses to my brain and my nervous system for so many years, for 10 years that I didn't know, and then eight years where I knew I was being attacked. Yeah, I can't remember. When I put on a video, my attackers start doing a protocol of just, you know, short-term memory erasure that we all experience whenever we're doing anything important. So are we having fun yet? I mean, are we having fun yet dealing with like the hardest issue on the earth since humans have existed, and our brains being microwaved while we're doing it? Are we having fun yet, guys? This is fun. Let's see, what's my V2K saying? Chatterbox, when I'm doing these videos, it kind of a background man and woman going back and forth. Dr. Horton was talking about, you know, doing a show on V2K, so I might try and contact her. Dr. Horton, if you want to talk to me about V2K, because I've had Chatterbox V2K for 7.5 to 8 years. And it's changed kind of protocols and changed voices. Like one time it was like 3 people, and then it was 3 different people, 3 different voices, and then it cut down to 2 voices with an occasional 3rd or 4th voice every once in a while. But if you want to talk to me about V2K, my email is vulcanwolverine@gmail.com. I don't know if she watches my videos or not, but you know, we've got to work together and stuff like that. I'm glad that, I mean, I hate that, you know, I guess I kind of want to talk about that a little bit more. Like, I don't, that's the way this stuff goes. That's this neurotechnology and what they're doing to us. You know, if some target individuals have some really good stuff going, and Romola D's still doing good stuff, and Dr. Horton's still doing good stuff, so it wasn't that bad. I don't think it'll be that bad. I think they'll recover, but they had something really, really good with Techno Crime Fighters Forum, something that thousands of people were watching and just keeping up with. And these, like I said, like James Giordano said, he calls this weapons of mass disruption. So that's what they're going to try and do with it. That's, you know, they're seeing how they can disrupt groups. Like on these conference calls, it's just disruption after disruption, hard to get anywhere unless you're doing, you know, like Ella Freeze calls are great because she's doing interviews and stuff like that. You know, it's very orderly and organized. But if you're just like opening up a conference call, you know, to let people talk about this disruption after disruption after disruption, because that's what they're doing. They're practicing disruption with groups, you know, using this neurotechnology to affect certain personalities within the groups to see how it can affect the entire group, and then studying that, because that's what this will be used for. You know, they want to use it if there's like a political figure that's not going along with the, you know, the top, or, you know, whoever's at the top of the pyramid, where they can make them look like a madman, or, you know, just rip up everybody that's helping them in the group, that's working for something that goes against the tyranny. Oh, also, I did hear somebody who's also on social media working on alternative news, and he said the word, because I've always been like, what do we really live in? Because we don't live in a republic, we don't live in a democracy, we don't live in socialism really, or communism. It's kind of a Frankenstein monster. And he used the term anarcho-tyranny. We live in anarcho-tyranny. So A-N-A-R-C-H-O. I can still spell pretty good. Anarcho-tyranny, and then tyranny, T-Y-R-A-N-N-Y. I think that's it. Anarcho-tyranny. So in an anarcho-tyranny, you've got certain parts of the population that can do anything, can do any crime, can rape, kill, experiment on people, blah, 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 you name it, they can do that crime. And then the other parts of the population, so my attackers, they can rape and kill me and experiment on me and experiment on my parents. The contractors can do whatever they want. They can, you know, shoot microwaves at people's brains and experiment on them. Anarcho, so anarchy, it's anarcho-tyranny. In a tyranny, I'm living in the tyranny. I can't do anything. I can't use the bathroom without being attacked and microwaved. And if I, you know, let's say I smoked weed, which I haven't in a long time. I take CBD oil, but let's say I tried to get some weed in Louisiana. I would be handcuffed. Like, people would just be all over me. I couldn't do that. I can't smoke weed. So anarcho-tyranny, where certain people can't do shit. They can't do just normal things in life without being pushed around, bullied, you know, really, really watched. I mean, jaywalking, you know, going through a light or something like that. We got to watch ourselves because cops will get us. And then this other part of society, anarchy, they can do whatever the fuck they want and they're protected. So that's what we live in. Like, I really think that he is really right when he says anarcho-tyranny. We live in an anarcho-tyranny. It's a good word, so we should spread that around. That's what we live in, what most countries live in. You know, I guess you could call Venezuela, and Dr. Horton did a video on the drone attack there. I didn't finish watching. I watched a little bit of it, but I need to go back and watch that. You know, I guess they do live in communism, but communism's a little bit of an anarcho-tyranny too, because the people at the top, you have a ruling class in communism that eat well and are rich. Like, so I don't know why people want communism in America, because you have a lower class that can't do shit, and then you have this upper class that's tyrannical. In America we have a strata of different things right now, kind of on our surface culture. The underground culture is a lot worse of what's really happening. A lot of people are being just murdered and tortured, and then there's a lot of other, you know, horrible stuff going on. But you know, I lost thought just then. But y'all get what I'm saying. I don't know, what was I? God, I hate that. I hate that, and they're doing it on purpose. Let's see what my V2K is saying right now. Okay, the guy just said, I don't care anymore. I hate them. I hate my attackers, and then it's chat. A lot of it's automated. It's probably automated, what I heard. All right, guys. It's about 45 minutes. I love y'all. I'm really gonna work on my projects that I'm thinking, just to get more info out, you know, and everybody keep doing the great work you're doing. Gosh, let's pray to God for a miracle. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one.